This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Mr. versus Mr. You are married, you have 4 kids together, and you have brought your spouse here today because you believe that he is cheating. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Mrs. Mister, there have to be some warning signs why you believe that Mr. is cheating. Tell me about those.
Yes, Your Honor. We're not having sex anymore. We're not spending any time with each other. I'll go through his phone. There'll be all kinds of phone numbers in there that aren't saved as contacts. So when I call up the phone number, there's another female on the phone. And when I ask her how she knows my husband...
That is not true.
Hold on. We're going to get to you. I promise.
So when I call this female up, then she's going to tell me that I need to talk to my husband about how the two of them know each other. But of course, he already lying to me about what's going on, so I'm not getting any answers from him. And then he's gonna turn around and put passcodes on his phone, so I can't even check it anymore. So that's why I'm here today, because I'm ready to know the truth. And if he's doing what I think he's doing, he's gotta go.
All right, Mr. What you got to say?
That is not true at all, Your Honor. We have sex 5 times a week. Matter of fact,
okay.
We
Not
had,
with me?
We
Not
had
with me?
sex today.
Not with me?
Actually, this morning. So, as far as the text message,
this morning.
For as the text message, when we was in Georgia around 2 years ago, my friends used to use my phone. So she knew about that
Okay,
time.
so your friends know your passcode, but I can't know your passcode?
As far as the passcode, we have kids, Your Honor. And she have a password herself that she don't give out.
Yeah, that I never put on there until you put yours on there. So what business you got going through my phone if I can't see nothing you got going on?
We done that at the same time.
All right, Mrs. Mister, do you have any specific incidents you can share with me?
There was one time, Jamal did not come home at night. He came home at like 8, 9 o'clock in the morning and went straight to sleep. So something wore him out.
Gambling.
I went through his phone, and in his internet history, there was an ad where he had been speaking to a female about meeting up with her to have sex. So when I talked to him about it, he gonna sit there and look at me like I didn't see what I just saw.
No.
Like I'm crazy or something. But I believe that they did have sex.
Your Honor, half of the time when I'm out, I'm in the backyard and I'm gambling with my boys.
You were not in the backyard.
I don't really go out
we have
much.
windows, right? You know I can look outside to see if you there.
I work Monday through Friday, Your Honor. I don't got time to go out and chase no female. This is my woman. This is my wife. I love this woman.
Mr. That's not the part she's mad about.
She's mad about is the disappearing dice man. That's what she's mad about.
Well, that and somebody texted her husband saying, I want to have sex with you. That's what she's mad about.
They said husband. They didn't say a name. That's what I'm.
That's what you're going with.
That's not what I'm going with.
All right,
I'm telling her who they talk. I'm asking her who they talking about because she know that my friends use my phone. That's all I'm saying, Your Honor.
Mrs. Mister, you've talked about the disciplinary act. Have you ever caught him actually with another woman?
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Oh.
Katie was with me for that particular event, and her and I were hanging out at the house. He walked out the door talking about, I'll be right back. So we sitting there chit-chatting, hours go by. We ain't seen him, heard from him, nothing. We decided to get in the car. We drive around a little while, pull up at this bar that we think he might be at, and sure enough, there he is, surrounded by a bunch of females, flirting, touching on him. So I get out the car, and tell this man to come on out, it's time to go, and he don't want to listen.
Why are you in a bar surrounded by all these women if you're married?
It was me, my friend, and it was a other couple. It was a male and a female.
He wouldn't even buy you. She didn't even know that she said, come on, he came on, and you didn't want to go nowhere.
Whole husband. We was talking
it wasn't even a whole woman. There were like 7, 8 different women.
She had a whole husband, Your Honor.
So you're saying there wasn't a bunch of women? It was just one woman who was with her whole husband.
There were like 7, 8 women, and they all hee, ha in each other's face.
It was 7, 8 women, but they was in the back. We don't got none of
They was in a circle around you.
Sir, we was in the front.
All right,
and clearly, if I was on some type of sneaky stuff, I would probably be in the back. Why would I be out in the front, in the opening?
Because you didn't know I was going to pull up. That's why, because you got caught slipping.
You live 5 minutes away from me.
Yeah, but you didn't know that I was going to pull up on you. Remember, it wasn't planned.
But you knew
where I was. Hold on.
But you just said you knew where I was at.
No, I didn't know where you were at.
Okay.
Woo. Mr. Mrs. Mister, there's a witness here. Would you please come to the podium?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, would you please state your name for the court?
Katie Ingram.
Were you around for this particular incident?
I was.
What did you see?
So we pull up. And at first, there was a whole bunch of people. We look and we see Mr. chatting to a bunch of females. There was no other male involved. It was females standing at the table, coinciding with the edge that he was standing at, leaning on the fence. And like once he wouldn't come and she got tired of it, she just walked home.
Miss Ingram, do you believe that Mr. is cheating?
I do.
All right, Miss Ingram, you can have a seat again. You are married with 4 little children. Why aren't you at home with them instead of out at a bar?
I don't understand. I work Monday through Friday. I pay all the bills. And we have a house, a car. I take care of my kids. I'm not understanding why I can't have a day to myself.
Oh, okay, but here's the thing. When you become a husband and a parent, you have to put childish things away.
The problem is not him being at a bar. The problem is him being at a bar with other women. The problem is him getting text messages from other women saying, you know, I want to sleep with you. That's what the problem is. Mister, do you have any specific women that you believe he's cheated with?
Yes, actually, a friend of mine and I got together. We were having a few drinks, chit-chatting, catching up, and she decided to tell me that her and my man have been sleeping together.
Okay, wait. I've had a lot of conversations with my girlfriends. I don't know how you make the left turn to say, oh, by the way,
out of nowhere,
I like that shirt. And I'm sleeping with your husband.
She's got her own boyfriend issues. I'm talking about my issues with him. You know, we just hashing it out. You know, she's showing me text messages in her phone where they sexting back and forth about what had been going on. So I know that they was having sex.
Okay,
that
go
don't make
ahead.
sense to me.
Why are you sleeping with your wife's
I don't
friend?
understand why she ain't. It was true. Why she ain't screenshot it? I mean.
He ain't give me the screenshot.
Really?
Please answer.
That's the issue?
Because it's sorry, it kind of ticks me off because she would actually believe something like that. Why would I?
But look at your record. Look at everything else I got to deal with. Why would I not believe that?
You bring it up false. You bring it up false. That's all you doing.
Mister.
Proving nothing. I haven't never cheated on you.
Mister.
Yes, sir.
Why are you sleeping with your wife's friend?
I'm not sleeping with my wife's friend. I barely know her friend as that. I don't even hang out with her friends.
So you're denying this?
Yes, sir, I am. I mean, the only reason why she's probably saying I slept with her because she see us that we young and we married. And she ain't never saw nothing like that, and everybody look at this generation as a man that's our age that's cheating. That's the only reason why she doing that. She trying to play her to get to your man.
So you think she's doing this to break you up?
Yes, of course. And she should know that.
Okay, so here's my question.
What's your question?
And you raise an interesting point. You're saying you all are getting together to talk about the problems you're having in your relationship. And he says he thinks she said this to you to break up your friendship.
Of course.
Is that a possibility?
She never showed me the text message.
It could be.
She never showed me.
Mister, please be quiet when we're asking her questions.
Yes, I'm sorry, sir.
I don't know. She's going through with her man too. I don't know. Maybe she's got eyes from. She doesn't act like that though. I mean, her and I are pretty tight. You know, she looks at him like a brother-sister type relationship, or at least did, I suppose, until...
Have you seen them together since you had this conversation with her? Like, have you all been together in a room or at a bar?
Yeah, we were all living together at one point in time.
So all 3 of you all were living together?
How many days? At least not even a week.
My problem is, it's just too messy.
It is messy.
That's about the best way I can describe it. It's too messy. And because if her best friend is saying that there's something going on between you and the best friend, there's enough there for her to believe it. Because if one of her friends sent her a text, said, hey, I'm messing with your husband, she's like, she's going to immediately discount that because it doesn't make any sense. Your wife, she's not immediately discounting what these texts saying because she believes it can be true. And the reason she believes it can be true is because of your history. You're staying out late at night. You're being seen at a bar with all these other women around. You're getting these text messages from people saying they want to have sex with you. All this stuff is adding up.
Right, that's understandable. You're right.
So you see how it looks from our perspective.
I do love him. I want him to be able to prove me wrong, really. But from what he's done in the past, I can't take his word for anything.
Okay, you all are both talking at the same time.
And that's exactly what's wrong with this relationship.
You all do not talk to each other. You talk at each other. Y'all are talking at us. Y'all are talking at each other.
And not hearing anything the other one's saying. Now, where we are at this point is, you believe he's cheating.
Yes, Your Honor.
And if he is cheating, you're done.
I'm done.
Mister, you say you're not cheating, and you're here to prove your innocence.
Yes, sir.
The court has done a full investigation of Mr.'s social media history and his cell phone, and we have those results. Ron, would you please escort Mr. Gregory Evans into the courtroom?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Evans, what did you do to investigate this case?
I went through his phone and not just looking at what's on his phone, but what was also deleted from his phone. Things he just doesn't want the rest of the world to see.
Did you uncover anything interesting?
Oh, yes, I did. It appears, though, that the defendant, he was really trying to, like my grandfather would say, pull the wool over my eyes, because all his text messages in the phone was deleted. So that tells me automatically he got some dirt on this phone. So I continued to go through, and now remember, there was no text messages, but a text message pops up. And this is what the text message said. 4:50 p.m., hey, boo. Now, I knew it wasn't his wife.
Who's your boo?
Who's your boo?
Who's your boo?
Boo.
You got a boo right there.
You got a text saying, hey, boo.
I don't know nothing about that. I don't.
Well, who would in the universe besides your
They probably
bride?
trying to set me up. That's probably what it is.
They hacked your account, and all they did was write, hey, boo. They didn't ask for any kind of financial
Right.
information. They didn't ask
That's
anything
weird.
else. They
It
hacked
is.
your account and just wrote, hey, boo.
Probably.
Are these the same people that deleted all your text information and other information?
No, I only delete. I ain't gonna be honest. I did delete mine, not because of the cheating part. It's just other personal.
Well, if you ain't got nothing to
business.
be guilty of, what is there to delete?
So you admit deleting, but you saying...
It's not about the cheating part. Nah, I don't know no boo.
Well, that boo knows
So,
you.
Mr. Evans, were you able to recover any kind of photos or videos?
Of course I could.
Okay,
And
what
of
did
course
you
I
find?
did.
Okay.
So while going through his deleted images, I was able to find a photo that was sent to him about a month ago. And I recovered it and in his received folder. So someone sent this to him.
Okay.
And it was a picture of a woman's bottom back part. So her butt.
So that's what we doing now? What's that right there? That's what
I
we
don't
doing
know
right
what
now?
that is
That's
right
what we
there.
doing right now?
I don't know what
You
that
petty.
is right there.
You too petty.
I don't know what that is right there.
Yeah, you know what that is.
You don't know who's writing you to say, hey, boo. You don't know who's sending you these pictures.
That's
Come
too
on,
big.
Mister.
That's too big right there. I mean, no disrespect, but nah.
You got females sending you
I
pictures
don't-
of their butt, for real?
Nah, I don't get down like that.
Yeah, well, apparently
Your
that's
phone
exactly
does.
how you get down.
Check my phone right now. Ain't nobody been.
He
texting
already
me.
just checked your phone. There it is.
Hey, no.
How you gonna tell somebody to check your phone right now? It's right there.
Oh. I don't know nothing about that.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Mr. Evans, when was this photo received?
This was about a month ago, and
Yeah, a
it
month
was
ago.
actually texted to him.
That's weird.
And because it was texted, he tried to delete it before turning over his phone.
Yes, I
Month
received this
ago.
as a deleted. I got it. So he had deleted a lot of information on his phone before turning it over to the court.
Folks gonna learn one day, right?
Oh, they're gonna learn today.
To further investigate, the court has ordered a polygraph examination, and we have those results. Ron, would you please escort Mr. Williams into the courtroom?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Williams, would you state your credentials for the court, please?
I've been a polygraph examiner for 25 years. I have over 700 polygraphs to my credit.
All right. Mr. was asked, since you've been married to your wife, have you had sexual intercourse with anyone other than your wife? What was his response to that question?
He said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
Your Honor, there were several significant physiological indicators to this question, which indicated to me deception.
I got you.
Mr., who have you had sexual intercourse with since you've been married?
He don't even know. Look at him.
It's not. I don't even know. I don't want to speak on that.
Mr. was asked the second question. Did you have sexual intercourse with your wife's friend? What was his response?
Your Honor, he said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
Your Honor, on this question, Jamal's responses were significant, which indicated to me deception.
Miss Mister, you came here for answers. You've gotten the answers that you were looking for.
Well, I don't think she was looking for this, but she's gotten the truth.
You've gotten the truth.
It's not what I wanted, but it's the truth, and I only got one thing to say, and that's bye.
You know, this court is about getting to the truth and getting answers. And while we prefer people to be honest and get to the truth out of their own mouths so that you can move forward, sometimes it doesn't work out that way.
This is the case of Manning versus Curtis. You all have been together for about 1.5 years. You're currently living together. And Mr. Curtis, you proposed to Miss Manning about a month ago. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor, that's right.
Right. And Miss Manning, you said no.
Yes, Your Honor.
Not until you get the results of today's court hearing. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So tell us why you're in court today.
I'm here, Your Honor, to find out if my fiance is cheating on me.
Mr. Curtis, what do you hope to prove today?
I hope to not prove anything, to show her and let her know that I've never cheated on her, I haven't cheated on her, and I would never do that.
You haven't, wouldn't, and never have.
Exactly, Your Honor.
So we have a potential marriage on the line. If he is proven to be a cheater, you are out. You are not going to accept his proposal, and you're done with this relationship.
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
But if he's proven to have been faithful, you are going to go forward with this relationship.
Yes, and I'll stop accusing him.
All right, and why do you think your fiance-to-be is cheating on you?
He lost his job about 3-4 months ago. Mr. Curtis told me that he got fired for him and his manager got in an argument. So I called the manager to see if we can resolve it somehow and let him have his job back. The manager informed me that no, that wasn't the case, that he got fired for having an inappropriate relationship with a former employer.
Your Honor, that's not true. She was having me work doubles from open to close. I wasn't getting my regular breaks, stuff like that, and I just got tired of it.
So why would the manager tell your girlfriend, soon-to-be fiance, that you were having inappropriate relations or relationships with coworkers? Why would you do that?
Honestly, Your Honor, I don't even think she ever called my manager, to be honest. For one, my manager wouldn't be able to talk to her about anything like that. So therefore, why would I believe that she called my manager?
I called your manager in front of you, so therefore you knew. When his manager told me about this, I went to the job to confront this female that he was supposedly in a relationship with. At the time, was told that she didn't want to speak with me. She didn't want to talk to me for me to ask Chris about it.
All right. Did you talk to Mr. Curtis?
Yes, and I was informed that the manager was lying, that he didn't understand why she told me that, but that he got fired because they were fighting, the manager and him.
Was this the beginning of you losing trust with Mr. Curtis?
Yes, ma'am.
What was your relationship like before this?
Your Honor, before this, when we first met, it was like love at first sight. We hit it off. I got stuck in Tulsa visiting some family members, and it was like instant connection.
Mr. Curtis?
Yeah. What was the first thing that attracted you to her?
The first thing that attracted me to her was her eyes and her personality and the way she carried herself.
She does have pretty eyes.
Are you still attracted to her?
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
I can tell this is getting to you.
I'm just tired of being accused of cheating on her, Your Honor.
Is it tearing you up inside?
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
Talk to her about that.
I mean, you know I love you. I mean, we've been together for 1.5 years. There's nothing I wouldn't do for you.
But then why? Why sneaking around with your phone? Why taking it in the bathroom with you when you shower?
All right, what is this about the phone?
Yeah.
Your Honor, here
few months back, he started getting real sneaky with his phone to the point where his phone went everywhere with him. To the bathroom, to outside, everywhere he went, he took his cell phone with him.
Is that a new behavior? That's not something he was always doing?
No, he never did that. I had his phone nearly all the time before this.
Okay, so why do you think he's all of a sudden taking his phone, hiding his phone from you?
Honestly, Your Honor, I think it's because one night, late at night, it's about 3 in the morning, his phone was just ringing, going off. He would not wake up and get it, so I reached over and grabbed it. I answered it, didn't know who it was. It was a female. She started laughing and hung up.
Yeah.
So when I wake Mr. Curtis up to ask him about it, oh, she's got the wrong number. But this same number keeps calling at least once to twice every week. So she still got the wrong number?
Who is this?
Yes. Do you know the number?
No, Your Honor, I don't. I've never seen the number before. I don't even know who she's talking about.
Okay, is there a reason why a woman would continue to call your phone week after week?
No, Your Honor, there's not. The only females I talk to are family members and her. That's it.
Can you block her on your phone?
I'm sure I can if I looked at it.
Have you tried?
No, Your Honor, I haven't.
Has she asked you to change your phone number?
No, I've had the same phone number for almost a year.
Okay, but you just stood here with tears in your eyes saying you don't like being accused.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay, but you're not doing anything to help her move past her suspicions. That's an easy fix.
Okay.
I mean, even I, who am not tech savvy, like, can't you block that? I mean, if I know it, I know somebody your age knows it.
You're right, Your Honor.
Well, now, I mean, just because the number comes up doesn't necessarily mean it's incriminating.
Block it.
Okay, but, I mean, so every number that comes up that I don't recognize, I got to block.
If she's laughing on the phone, yes. Every time.
It could be a kid making a prank phone call.
Not every week.
Block
it.
Okay. We still have not heard anything incriminating yet from Ms. Manning.
Your Honor, there was a time where I have the text messages where him and his ex were texting back and forth to each other.
Yeah. Okay, Ron, would you grab that for us, please?
Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. All right, so you're writing your ex-girlfriend. Let me ask you a serious. Do you still have any feelings left for me? Hey, call me so we can talk, please.
Yes, I really do.
And then you write, let me ask you this. What would be the possibility of us getting back together and working all this out?
Okay, what did you feel when you saw this?
When I first seen this, it was like anger just went through me. Number one, why would my supposed to be fiance even agree to something like this?
Okay, if you're in a relationship with Ms. Manning, why do you need to know if your ex-girlfriend still has feelings for you?
Because I wasn't the one that ended our relationship, Your Honor. My ex was. So therefore, I was wanting and needing closure on that.
But she ended it. That's as much closure as you can get.
Exes are exes. That's why they're called exes.
Exactly. I mean, I had a momentary moment of weakness to where I thought maybe we could get back together and try to work things out.
But if you have her, why are you even...
Because at that point in time, Your Honor, we were fighting a lot.
Fighting about what?
Just her accusing me, you know, running the streets, this and that.
So were you running the streets?
I was with family, with friends.
Okay, Ms. Manning, he's out with family and friends. What's wrong with that?
Would you allow your spouse to be out until 3 a.m., Your Honor? When they do finally come in, their text messages just start going off and off and off?
Will you? Will you? Speaking to the mic.
I don't allow Ms. Cutler to do anything. She does what she wants to do because I trust her and I love her.
Good answer, Mr. Cutler.
I got that. All right. Okay.
I don't trust him, Your Honor.
But really, no. The answer's no.
This woman...
he can say all that. No. How long ago did you see this text?
Like 2 weeks ago, Your Honor.
Dude, you've asked this question after you've asked her to marry you?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
Oh, my goodness. Did you confront the ex?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
Tell me about that.
I called her up, and I was informed at that point in time that she was informed that we were no longer together.
Did you tell the ex, Mr. Curtis, that you and Ms. Manning were no longer together?
He didn't have to. He asked her when we gonna get back. Did you want to get back together? She thought he was free. Well, I know I would.
Did you tell her you were not with anyone at the time?
No, Your Honor, I did not. She's the one that brought up wanting to get back with me, so therefore, That's how the conversation proceeded from me asking what would the possibility of us getting back together was. I didn't hide my phone with the text messages on there. I didn't erase them. I never lied to Miss Manning about it. She could go through my phone anytime and look at them. They were right there. I didn't have anything to hide.
So let me understand. Your ex is lying?
Yes, Your Honor.
And your manager's lying?
Yes, Your Honor.
But you are standing here telling me the truth.
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
He tells me that they did a video chat, and afterwards, the ex telling him goodbye, and for a split 5 seconds that the feelings had came back. Well, this woman's not been in the picture. I've been there for 1.5 years, so if the feelings came back after 5 seconds, they've been there this whole time.
Yeah.
I cannot argue with your logic. So what do you want to know?
If he still has feelings for her, and if he's still in love with her, because if he's still in love with her, there's no reason for him to live with me and be with me.
All right, Ms. Manning, in addition to the love suit that you brought, you also have a lawsuit, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
What? All right, what is the claim in your lawsuit that you have against Mr. Curtis?
Your Honor, if it comes back that he ain't telling me the truth, then I want reimbursed for everything that I've done.
Well, and when you say everything you've done, what do you mean?
Your Honor, I pay all the bills, I pay the rent, I support him. He does not work, I work 2 jobs.
All right, so I see here you have household expenses that run roughly about $1,115 per month, is that right?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
For a total of 5 months, and the total amount of that is $5,575, is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so you think the court should award you half of the expenses if, in fact, he's been living off of you and cheating with other women?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we do know that there have been exchanges of text messages indicating he still has feelings for her, and he wants to know, does she have feelings for him? There are 2 tiers. The first tier is, did you do it?
And I admitted to it. Yes, I did.
Okay, and then the next tier is, why are you doing it? It is inappropriate. It's not enough to say, look, I robbed the bank. You shouldn't have robbed the bank.
I understand that, but at that point in time, we were fighting all the time.
Let me just say this. We have been married 28 years. If you think you're gonna go forward and not have disagreements, you're insane.
Okay, but not every day, all day for months at a time.
Sometimes it looks just like that.
Not for months at a time, though, Your Honor.
Sometimes it looks just like that.
Until you get it worked out, yeah.
And the thing is, you can't say, well, I'm mad at you, so therefore I'm going to do things that violate my marriage. And violating your marriage includes flirting and having emotional ties and contacts with other women.
Okay, but we're not married.
So all of a sudden you're gonna get right when you say I do?
No, I never said that, Your Honor.
Okay, here's the thing. The dating process and the engagement period is a training ground for your marriage. If you can't get it right in the training ground, you're not gonna get it right on the
It's not just me, though, Your Honor.
To get to the bottom of this, we have ordered a polygraph test, and we have the results. The court would like to call Mr. Michael Williams, certified polygraph examiner. Ron, would you escort him into the courtroom?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Williams, how are you today?
Good afternoon. How are you doing?
How are you,
Doing
Mr.
okay.
Williams?
Good. Thank you.
I like that tie.
Thank you.
All right. Are you flirting?
Wait a minute, Mr. Cutler, I'm not that kind of bold. I'm not that kind of bold.
Because we can move from the bench down into the podium.
No. There'll be none of that. I was just admiring a nice tie, Mr. Cutler.
Okay, all right, I'm just checking.
Looks like somebody else is going to need a polygraph.
Yeah. All right. Mr. Williams, over the course of your career, what percentage of polygraph examinations would you say lead to determinations of cheating?
I'd say somewhere between 85 and 90%, Your Honor.
And so in this case, Mr. Curtis was asked a number of questions for his exam, correct?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Curtis was asked, during your 1.5-year relationship with Ms. Manning, have you had any sexual intercourse with the ex with which you were caught texting? What was his response?
His response was no.
What did the lie detector determine? What did the lie detector determine?
There was no significant response to this question, which is an indication that the subject was being truthful.
How do you feel about that, Ms. Manning?
A relief.
Mr. Curtis was also asked, during your 1.5-year relationship, have you had sexual contact with anyone other than Ms. Manning? What was his response to that question?
His response was no.
What did the lie detector determine?
No unusual significant anomalies indicating that he was being truthful.
So clearly nothing happened with a coworker.
Exactly.
All right. I see those tears in your eyes again, I think.
I'm just hoping that she's actually understands that I've never cheated on her.
All right.
All right.
We have one more question. Mr. Curtis was asked, are you still in love with the ex you were caught texting? What was his response?
His response was no.
What did the lie detector determine?
Your Honor, there was a significant physiological response to this question, which indicates that the subject was being deceptive.
Mr. Curtis, do you still have feelings for this ex?
No, Your Honor.
If you have feelings for her, own them. But if you stand here and deny it, one, you can't move forward, and number two, she's not going to believe you anyway.
Ms. Manning, you have now gotten your answers.
Yes, Your Honor.
Where is this going?
It's over. It's over. I'm not marrying him.
Well, we also have a lawsuit.
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, when you're in a relationship, you incur expenses, and it should not be yours and yours. It should be an ours kind of thing. She believed that you wanted to be with her and her alone, and clearly that's not the case. The ruling is for the plaintiff.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I can tell you love each other, but you got some things you need to crawl over and under and get it straight if you're gonna go forward. Like I always say to my kids, do not cheat yourself out of an opportunity to have a wonderful, rich relationship. We have counseling services here at the court. We want you to take advantage of them. This court is adjourned.
Thank you, Your Honor.